If you are into minimalism and finance, then Gabe Bult might be one of your favorite YouTubers. His story is quite interesting. In this video, I'll tell you how Gabe got interested in investing and house hacking at a young age, how he followed the FIRE movement and quit his job at 24 to follow his passions, and how he became a full-time YouTuber. So, now let's start from the beginning. Gabriel, aka Gabe Bult, was born in 1997 and hails from Pembroke, New Hampshire, U.S. He wasn't well off while growing up. Gabe's elder brother, Nate Bult, is the founder of NH Shirt Company, and his father, Gordon Bult, is the owner of New Hampshire Cleaning Services. Gabe's mother recommended him the Rich Dad Poor Dad book in 2015. This book impressed him and got him interested in real estate investing. He also started reading other books which attracted him towards real estate investing, general investing, financial independence, and house hacking. Gabe got his real estate license at 18. He didn't like school and the idea of attending college as he wasn't interested in any degree and felt spending money on it to be pointless. Gabe learned about the FIRE movement, aka financial independence, retire early movement, in 2016 and was attracted towards it as it allowed people in 30s and 40s to retire by frugal living and investing. He decided to lower his expenses, build up enough passive income to cover those low expenses, semi-retire, and follow his passions without worrying about working for money. Gabe embraced the FIRE movement over the traditional retirement methodology. In the latter, a person saves up around $1 million and lives off 4% of it. He felt that he could never earn $1 million or to save $1 million. It would take him over 2 decades and saving 90% of his income. So, he dismissed traditional retirement. Gabe started being extremely frugal in his 20s and mostly stopped spending on clothes and eat-outs and started focusing on saving as much money as possible and eating home-cooked meals. Gabe started working as an ops manager for a cleaning company, and even though he didn't like this job from the outset, he consciously chose it as he felt that this would motivate him to build passive income sources and ultimately leave this job. He worked there for several years to pay the bills and saved up money. You'll be surprised to know that Gabe doesn't buy new cars but old, used cars and sells them every couple of years for the same price which he originally brought them for. Thanks to this, the cars don't cost him anything and he cycles through the cars. While working at the job, Gabe's goal was to lower his expenses to around $2,000 a month and then figure out a way to build up enough passive income to cover his expenses. As his housing payment was around 30% of his income, he planned to chop it down. At 21, with the savings from his job and doing other projects, Gabe was able to buy his first house hack, a triplex multifamily house with a 3.5% FHA loan, and he renovated one of the units, moved into the house, and rented other living units. The payments made by his tenants covered all his mortgages, taxes, and insurance, and allowed him to live there for free as he saved on the housing payment. In his first year of house hacking, Gabe recouped all his invested money, and from that point on, all his earnings from his house are infinity gains, but he didn't have this kind of success in his stock investments. After buying the triplex, Gabe decided to continue being frugal and go the route of buying rentals. So he repeated the process of buying a triplex and bought another multifamily triplex, bigger than his first triplex, in January 2020. In addition to working at a full-time job, Gabe was also working at a couple part-time jobs and on his eponymous YouTube channel. He started working on his channel from September 2018. Even though his jobs kept him busy all day long, he used to read books in the car, listen to Audible, and watch YouTube videos to keep himself inspired. He set himself a goal that by the time he would have kids, he wouldn't be this busy. After renovating his second triplex, Gabe furnished it and set up Airbnb in it. He started living in his second triplex for free and earning money from Airbnb, rentals, and his first triplex. As his 2 properties covered all his monthly expenses, Gabe quit his job at 24. At the time, he had enough money, under $10,000, to cover his 6 months' worth of living expenses. Even if not for the money, his rentals would have covered all his living expenses. At the time, Gabe was earning around $300 a month from his eponymous YouTube channel. Even though the channel wasn't earning him handsomely, he has been passionate about videography and YouTube. So, he decided to work full-time on his channel, and as he started spending more time following his passion of producing videos after quitting his job, his income from his channel grew by 10x in 2020. Currently, Gabe is a full-time YouTuber and earns from ads, affiliate marketing, and sponsorships. He also sells the 5-hour YouTuber course. He films with a Sony Alpha 7S III camera and published an ebook, 50 Ways to Improve Your Finances by 1%. Prior to becoming a YouTuber, Gabe was into real estate, accounting, multi-level marketing, landscaping, concrete construction, but none of these were his passions, and he failed at all of them. After getting into the FIRE movement, Gabe also got into minimalism. As both are essentially similar, both require cutting out non-essential things. Minimalism attracted him as it cuts out on non-essential things so that he could have time and money to spend on his passions. Gabe didn't believe in earning a lot of money and having nice houses to show off his success to others. Thanks to this mindset, he has been able to retire early and follow his passions. Gabe's wife also got attracted towards the FIRE movement and minimalism, and she too quit her job. His brother and his sister-in-law also followed the suit and quit their jobs and started focusing on their business. After Gabe's mother recommended him Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he read other books like Essentialism and The 4-Hour Workweek and got inspired. He continued reading and learning and became a bibliophile and has read hundreds of books and listened to many audiobooks and podcasts. Now let's take a brief look at his personal life. Gabe married Mary O'Brien Bult, aka Meredith, in 2018, and this couple has a daughter, Laura, and a son. He lives in Bedford, New Hampshire, U.S. Now, enjoy a few tidbits about Gabe. Instead of spending on Christmas gifts for his family, he prefers to spend on experiences with them. Gabe is an introvert and likes traveling, but not junk food. He saves thousands of dollars by being frugal in all aspects, so he does afford to spend a few $100s and not be frugal with entertainment. So, how are you inspired by Gabe Bult's story? Please comment below. If you are into reading, I've also written his story on my website, which I'm linking in this video's description. For more success stories of your favorite YouTubers, please subscribe to my channel.